Hey, welcome back to another episode of The Follow-Up. I'm Eden, this is my dad Noah, and every week for the past 6 years now, we've been sitting on my bed and really just having a conversation about whatever we want to talk about. So this week, we're going to talk about my dad's style, so his fashion.
For episode 276.
Yeah, 24 more episodes till 300.
I went back and watched in the old files some of your old intros when you were 6. I think you started doing the intro when you were 6, not 5. Maybe 6. And just listening to your voice and sitting there with missing teeth.
Oh God.
It's just so cute. And you're still and it's still very cute. It's just a different level of cuteness.
Okay, so
It's just different.
okay.
Okay,
So
style.
let's start on your style. How would you describe it?
I would describe my fashion as simple,
Okay.
clean, timeless,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Because I think what I wear is, maybe it's a different cut but like the colors and I was never like something that was like flashy with huge logos, anything like that. So yeah, fairly simple, classic, timeless, could wear it anywhere in any era.
Can you describe, I don't know, let's say like a fall outfit or like
Okay.
or like a winter outfit that you'd wear to work? Like
To work, okay, it would be
'Cause that's
a
me now.
sweater.
Okay.
So probably either a V-neck sweater with a button-down shirt.
Okay.
That's probably or just a button-down shirt or a crew neck sweater without a collar. Although I have worn, this year was really the first time I wore a crew neck sweater with a collar,
Okay.
with a collared shirt underneath, but it has to be a button-down collar. So
Okay.
ones that have the buttons on it, because if it doesn't have the buttons and it's under it, then the collar spreads out, and then you're constantly just trying to pick it up, and then the collar will dig into you. It's silly.
What made you try that? Just switch it up?
Yeah, give it a shot. I think I saw it in a catalog, which still helps to get a catalog because you're just sitting there at the table, not looking at a phone, just flipping through a catalog. And I thought, all right, I'll give that a shot.
Speaking of catalogs, what are some of your favorite brands? Or brands
J.
that
Crew.
you like? Okay.
Charles Twitt shirts fit well. Yeah, I think that, and I think that I go. Yeah, I would say those mostly. Oh, and I've bought a few things from Twillery, and I think their sport coats fit really well, and they have some other shirts that fit really well.
So let's.
But I haven't bought. I don't, as you know, I don't buy things in different seasons. I could probably expand the color palette a little bit, but yeah, I don't buy a lot of clothes.
So let's go back. Explain like what you would wear to school in elementary school, middle school, and high school.
Elementary school, t-shirt, sweatpants, or a t-shirt and sweat shorts, like mesh shorts.
Okay.
Mesh shorts were a big thing.
Some people I've noticed still wear this.
And
at our school.
The brands were, I remember having Russell Athletic shorts, Champion shorts, and Umbros.
What's that?
Which was a soccer brand.
Okay.
And those weren't mesh, but those were like really thin shorts that had, sometimes I remember had these checkered, like a checkered pattern on it. Then they had another style that had it was one color, and then around the bottoms, around the edges would be a different color. I still remember a pair Uncle Max had. It was like fluorescent yellow, green, black, white. I can still see that. I had a navy pair and a red pair, I think. And so it was either, and then the shirt was usually a sports team. Yeah, a sports team logo, probably. Then in junior high, when Alex Price told us in 6th grade that he'd heard that we weren't allowed to wear sweatpants in junior high or else we'd get beat up, I switched to jeans. So wear jeans. We could wear a hat in junior high.
We can wear hats too.
So I think I wore a hat sometimes.
Okay.
Which looking back on, I think is bizarre. Yeah, but jeans and sweatshirt or button down. But the clothes then were also, I guess it was the style. They were bigger. So they were, I feel like I had a lot of baggier shirts.
Okay. Right now,
It's kind of ridiculous.
There's like a bunch of like baggy sweatshirts.
Baggy sweatshirts
But like,
were always
not
a
like
thing.
what you're talking. Not, I don't think. What you're
Yeah,
talking
baggy
about, but
sweatshirts are always a thing, but I'm talking about baggy, like a bigger button down.
Okay.
And a lot of times the style was or at least what I wore, was a button down with a plain colored t-shirt underneath, but no, but the shirt was open.
Okay, yeah.
So no buttons were buttoned and just t-shirt underneath.
Yeah.
And that was very much a style. Was that?
And what about high school?
Pretty similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty similar. And then when I remember being a senior in high school, and then it being okay then again to wear sweatpants some days, maybe. But I also then remember wearing like cargo pants to school, khakis to school. I didn't really have, this was the time of your life when you were this, and then it was a complete 180 to this. Or mine kind of just followed a similar path.
You were talking about jerseys. So obviously in New York, people from all over the country, world. So you see a bunch of like soccer jerseys from different places, basketball jerseys, all different teams. Was it mostly Phillies, Sixers, Eagles?
Yes.
Or did you ever see anything else?
It was mostly those, unless someone had a Michael Jordan jersey, because we simply weren't as connected to everything else going on around the country in sports. I remember Ben had a Jerry Rice jersey when he was best player in football.
So it was more like major, like really
major stars. Yes, yeah. When I was really, really little, I used to wear this Dr. J cotton jersey that we had from a game. Like it was a giveaway. It was awesome.
That's cool.
And then I never had another Sixers jersey when Barkley got traded to the Suns, and now that hangs in your closet. And then so then in the 90s, there was this catalog called East Bay, which I'll show you. And East Bay had every single sport paraphernalia that you could imagine. And it was just all the jerseys, all the jackets, everything.
That's cool.
And I really liked Larry Johnson, and the Hornets colors were very popular.
Yeah.
Were
they still the same colors as now?
Pretty
like
much.
Teal,
yeah,
white.
and Larry Johnson was popular because he did the Grandmama commercials that I've shown you for Converse. And Grandmama and Grandpa one year for Hanukkah, I think. Yeah, they put in a Brooks Brothers box, which I went, like that. Which now I would go to Brooks Brothers and get something. They put a Larry Johnson jersey in there, so that was fun.
Yeah.
I did not have a starter jacket. I had a pro player Michigan jacket, but that East Bay catalog had everything, and everybody my age who's watching this knows that East Bay catalog.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, it was awesome. And then I guess in college, I wore a tie a lot more in college to call games.
Oh yeah.
A lot of striped ties. A lot of ties with polka dots. Yeah, fairly simple.
You still have some ties like.
Yeah, lots
ties,
of them.
lots of them,
Lots of them. Yeah, navy blazers, striped ties. I would say it was almost like a prep school type look, but I didn't go to prep school.
No.
What Grandmom and Grandpop always taught me was about just dressing appropriately for the occasions.
Yeah.
And that's
what you
always
did.
what I tried to do. Yeah, and now I would say that I have a lot of white in my closet shirts, and then mostly blue. Yeah.
Going back, was there a dress code at school? Like,
Yeah,
just
you
pretty
couldn't
loose,
wear T-shirts that had any like curse words on it or sexual connotations or anything with violence on it, I guess. And I think you could wear, but I don't think there's anything on like lengths of shirts or shorts. How about you?
For us, like, I've actually never seen anyone get in trouble with anything in the dress code, but it's pretty loose. It just has to be appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that also covers like
Yeah.
violence, all that stuff, and I mean it can't just show anything.
Yeah.
But that's like pretty much it.
You guys wear your some kids in your school wear jackets around because the lockers aren't that big.
Yeah, you can.
We were not allowed to wear. We were not allowed to wear our jackets. Our jackets had to go in the locker. I think there was for some, maybe they thought you might be concealing a weapon or something that those had to go into the lockers.
What about backpacks?
You walked around with a backpack.
Okay.
But for whatever
we're not supposed to bring them in class.
whatever reason, and I don't know why, the style was to wear your backpack on one shoulder, which is really the dumbest thing ever.
I know, you always tell me that. Don't put it on the other shoulder.
Right, it's the dumbest thing ever. Oh, it's one shoulder.
What,
Makes
it, like,
no
hurts
sense.
Your shoulder?
Of course it does. Yeah, of course it does. And over time, it can knock you out of alignment. I mean, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. But our backpacks were also a lot heavier than yours because we were always carrying around tons of books. So I know this isn't about your style, but it used to be said that you could go to Soho, stand on a corner in Soho for 15 minutes and see every style there is just by looking at people, looking and seeing what was quote unquote cool and seeing what bags people held. And now it's really just, you can still do that, but around the country, you don't have to come to Soho and do that because you can just look online.
Yeah.
But I think there is something cool about living here and just being able to go to Soho and see all these different fashion styles. Where do you get your style inspiration from?
Probably a bunch of like, my friends in my grade.
Okay.
And, or just from some stores, just looking online or going into the stores. I think one thing about Soho that you were talking about is true, like kind of like, yes, about the style, but a bunch of the popular stores are all down there. Mm-hmm. So if you just walk into those, I guess you could also kind of see that too.
Yeah, and also I think I still do like going into stores and touching something and seeing how it looks. I would prefer to do that than just go online with certain things. Because I do like to try certain things on and do it that way. Not with everything, but I do like to look at it and see how it feels.
There are definitely some brands that their stores are so packed, but they're also so small. So it's so much easier to just shop online and they have so much more stuff. Mm-hmm. But some stores, like, you also might have to, like, they're huge stores, but you might have to wait in line for at least 20 minutes.
Outside? Mm-hmm. Like what?
Like Brandy Melville. There's always a line.
Always a line, yeah.
Out the door and, like, sometimes even, like, around the block.
Right. All the sports clothes, by the way, there's this store called Showcase in the Willow Grove Mall.
Yeah.
Now, kid selections are great. They have everything. When I was a kid in the 90s, such a limited kid selection, and it was just the most plain, boring stuff. Yeah. I just could not wait to get to an adult small to be able to wear that stuff. Now you have tons of options.
Yeah, and they make things in bigger or like adult, smaller sizes.
Yeah, exactly. So. Like extra small could fit a kid, or a kid's XXL could fit an adult.
Yeah,
exactly. All right, do you like my style?
Yeah, I like your style. Why are you staring at me like that?
Curious.
Yeah. Yes, I like your style.
Because also being colorblind, there are times that I'll
That's
put
true.
I'll put something on, and Mom will say, and maybe that's why I keep things pretty simple. That could be. Mom will say, no, you can't. You can't wear that.
Yeah. My one memory,
Yeah.
if you're okay with sharing this,
Sure.
is when you ordered shoes and you couldn't tell, and they were bright purple with bright green stripes.
Yeah. What did I think they were? Gray?
You thought they were gray with light blue stripes. Yeah. And I felt bad because you kind of liked them because that's how you saw them.
Yeah.
And so they were giving Halloween vibes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, see, I need you guys to look out for me. Yeah, I need you guys to look out. So I appreciate that. Are there any colors that you think I should work on incorporating into my wardrobe? Because it is a lot of blue, white, dark gray.
Well, here's the thing. I think you have
Some stripes.
Some of your summer stuff is definitely brighter,
Uh-huh.
but I think your winter stuff is definitely more winter colors.
Okay.
So
you're talking
I think
about like
it
the like short sleeve collar shirts you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think those are.
Like the things you saw yesterday when I was rotating the closet?
Those are definitely brighter.
Yeah, more like pastel colors, some brighter
Like-
colors.
It matches the season.
That's good. All right. Well, thanks for looking out for me.
You're welcome.
Love you.
Love you.